All right, what's going on, guys? We are at the Fall Revival C10 show, and I want to do a little walk around video on this truck that actually drove down with us. This is the ugly C10. Our buddy Andy has it, and he drove this thing all the way from Northern Maryland all the way down here to North Carolina. So I want to give a little walk around on it to show you guys what's underneath this truck. So let's check it out.
All right, we've got a 1985 long bed C10 two-wheel drive action. It's sitting on AccuAir suspension with a GSI front end and 22x9 Detroit steels.
Sweet.
And I most recently did my very first engine swap.
Awesome.
I never even changed a spark plug before.
Oh.
So through the help of YouTube, I went ahead and put in an L86, an LT motor with an 8-speed transmission. It was definitely a labor of love. I don't know, that's not the right word. It's not love. I'm still mourning the loss of my OCD-ness. Hey, if you're OCD, it's hard to do. You're looking for torque specs and everything. But we went ahead, we got the motor in there. I swapped out the cam, did the DOD delete, and then just a lot of learning through the process of just getting it all in and getting the wiring in. So I actually bought, in about, I think it was probably 2003, I bought an 83 C10 that was all red.
Yeah.
And I took it all apart because I watched Pimp My Rides too much, and I wanted to put TVs everywhere. And then, so we actually bagged that frame, but it was taken apart way too much. No wires, no anything, everything was taken off. So lots of years later, probably almost close to 18-ish years, I could be off by 3 or 4.
Right.
But I found this yellow body on a different truck that was near me, and I just decided it'd be much easier for me to buy a swapped body that I can just pop on there.
Oh, so you already had the frame, and then you just stuck the body on that.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
We had the frame. We already had, we didn't have the bags really. Well, we had them done in the front, but not, unfortunately, the cross member on the stock is so big and bulky. So we ended up, once we got this on here, I knew I had to get the front down. So that's when I went with the GSI.
Yeah.
And that gave me that extra down space in the front. When we first bagged the truck, we just bagged it with all the stock suspension, put the bags in.
Right.
And with like the bag cups and such. But once I saw everything on the ground, I realized that I needed to do something to get the front end down because it still had that little bit of it just wasn't even. So yeah, that's when I figured out about some of these companies that sell these cross members. And that was, you know, I think that helps you pull in the wheels a little bit. Right. And then it also, it gives you that ground clearance on the front cross member. It also gives you some little bit of clearance with the motors swap. So I did that, and that was like that's like, it's a little bit more pricey these days, but it's definitely something that's worth it if you want the front end down on the ground. I think that narrows it slightly with the
just to fit the wheels
control arms that pull it in just a little bit so that people can put some bigger wheels on there. Right. I don't know I don't know how much it is, but it's enough to where I've got 22x9-inch wheels in the front, and I mostly, when I air up, I can do, you know, I can do a U-turn. Right. If I'm down, I'm not getting that much.
So it will rub all the way.
It'll definitely rub if I'm down, if I'm trying to do like a left or right turn, but yeah, they worked out pretty well. Cool.
So with the cross member stuff, did that help with putting the LT in there and with oil pan clearance and stuff?
So I wasn't necessarily, when I originally put in the cross member, it wasn't in my idea. I didn't have an idea of even swapping the engine.
Right.
Before this, I had a 305 in there.
Okay.
So I think that they do make different mounts, and that might different setups that might help you put in that engine.
Yeah.
I think I remember that, like, that was one of the options of what motor you were going to put it in. It would help you with the mounts.
Oh, okay.
Making that thing a little bit easier. For mine, I had to do a little bit of a plug and play to get it to fit with the side motor mounts, and a little bit of customization, a little bit of shaving, but
very cool.
It's in there.
These wheel tubs are really cool. What company are these ones?
So the wheel tubs are from Heart Fab.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah, they're cool.
I just love the beading in them, and then getting them to, I tried to color match them to the side panel of the truck, the tan. So I had those powder coated, and you know, they bolt right in.
Yeah.
And it's probably the least of my worries. But yeah, they fit really well. Before, I just had some really makeshift wheel covers that really didn't protect from anything.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I now have something that's kind of keeping some of the dirt and stuff out of the engine bay. This radiator, I've had this radiator for a while. It's a Champion radiator that I've had the whole time.
Did you have it with the old motor?
Yep.
Oh, cool. And it cools fine?
Yeah, it cools fine. That's the one thing I've been more recently trying to figure out, is the cooling of the LT motors run hotter. So just making sure that I have everything plugged in, and you know, it was a little bit of trial and error to try to get my hoses matched up and things like that. But yeah, all that's the same as before. Not much is the same between the you know, the fuel regulators, and I recently put in a new wheel-wood disc brakes in the back.
Okay.
And got the new manifold up here.
Yeah.
And then we got this little cool Brian Motorsports or somebody that makes a transmission dipstick, because these newer motors don't have the.
They don't have a dipstick.
If you want to see what it is, you have to get under it, and you got to put something inside. It's like a plug, so that's really cool to have that. Just I can go ahead and check it out. But
that's cool. So
yeah.
Does that go like where a normal dipstick would go?
I'm hoping it does.
Okay.
I'm hoping it does. So it goes, they've got a little hole where you would check it.
Yeah.
And so that plugs into there, and I'm guessing that the dimensions of what they have is supposed to go and give you the right amount. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I found that. The firewall is Flex Seal.
I was said that you don't have heat or anything like that.
Yeah, Flex Sealed it, and
it actually looks pretty good.
I'm okay with it. Yeah. It might look a little bit better now that I have the tan on the sides, but hey. I'm tired and I'm not changing it.
Yeah, no, it looks good. So on the inside, have you done anything like seat-wise or carpet or door panels or anything like that?
The only thing is I had a seat made, reupholstered in black, and then I'm still deciding if I'm going to do a headliner in black or if I'm going to do it in tan.
Right.
And the only other thing interior-wise is I actually I spray painted my dash. I don't know what company made it, but they made like a nice dash spray paint for that you know, kind of foam dash pad. Yeah. And it's actually it turned out better than I thought. I forgot that I painted it. Somebody asked me about it today. I was like, oh yeah, I painted that. Yeah. So that turned out really well. I got the Dakota Digital
the gauges.
Digital gauges, and I've got a Pepsi rug in there covering my tunnel. That what I didn't realize is that when I put some new carpet in there, that the tunnel would actually warp the carpet. You actually need more stuff. So I ended up cutting my carpet down the middle. Oh, okay. And taping it to the sides, and so that's why that's in there, just covering up the mess. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a headliner in there, and hopefully getting a radio that works and some stuff in there so I can listen to some music. So do the Dakota Digital gauges work well with the harness that you're using with the LT swap and stuff? Yeah, Dakota Digital sells they sell like a plug and play that goes into your data port, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And so they've got a thing that you plug right into that, and it syncs right up. That's awesome. And then they also have a Dakota Digital has a fan relay, so that also connects to that. So I have everything's all that Dakota stuff is connecting to the engine computers, but also running the temperatures on the fan. It's all talking to each other. So that's really cool. It's helpful. And then I've recently learned about the Dakota Digital app that kind of gives you all the information. Yeah. And I don't have it set up, but I'm hoping to get that set up so I can just do quick checks on all the temperatures and all that good stuff. How is driving now with the Detroit steel wheels? You like the Detroits? I obviously love them, but
I know with low profile it might ride a little rougher. Does it have any rotting issues like that?
I mean, honestly, when it comes to a truck that's on bags, it rides how it rides.
Yeah.
I don't think the wheels are really going to make that much of a difference, but I love the look of them.
Oh yeah,
I love the satin black.
Yeah.
They're really great over there at Detroit Steel. They're always looking out for me, and
Yep.
and I've worked with them many times, and it's just a great look. And I love the classic dishes, so I wanted to find a way to put those on there, and they kind of match the yellow parts of the truck. So
yeah, they look awesome.
Yeah, I love them. I haven't had any issues, and you know, they fit right.
Are they painted or powder coated?
These actually came from Detroit Steel, so I didn't buy these raw. They were selling a satin black version.
Yeah.
And that's what I got.
Yeah, those are sweet.
I think they do powder coat them, but
When you ordered them, did you order the little clips for the hubcaps and stuff?
yep, they come with the clips, so all you have to do is just put your capsule in there. They've got a lot of different options for things. If you've got 20-inch wheels, they sell the chrome trim rings. I don't think they have that for 22s, but I've also bought raw wheels from them and had them powder coated, and they turned out awesome too. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with what I bought from them.
Absolutely, yeah, these guys are awesome. So moving on to the back of this, you want to go through?
Sure.
This is one of the coolest aspects of the build, the bed and what you guys have done with that.
So when we got this camper last summer, we went through and all the paneling inside, we went ahead and redid it.
Mm-hmm.
Made everything a little bit structurally stronger. Put in some more bracing, and just did a little bit of painting. Put in a new ceiling. We've got some LED lights back here. And then when I went ahead and I changed out to the AccuAir tank, I got all that fixed. I wanted to just clean up the back because I have a notch in the back, but everything's exposed.
Right.
So it just felt like a really cool way. I love the license plate look.
Yeah.
So we just built this cover that, we already have the camper. So if I wanted to, I could sleep back here.
Yeah.
Just throw in a little camping mat. I got plenty of room back here, and it fits right. And then that's where I have my fuel. So you can kind of see. You open it up, and
cool.
That's where my gas cap
jack
is, and I've got a place where I can hook up a battery tender. I got two Optima batteries up there.
That's cool.
What's really cool is these pieces I'll pull out.
Whoa.
So it's in 3 sections. The back section flips up, so if I want to work on something, I just have to roll out the pieces, and then
That's a great idea.
go ahead and push back in.
That's super cool.
And when the tailgate's up, it's not going anywhere. So
that's awesome.
The camper shell is nice and old. It's still old, even though we refurbished it, but it weighs a lot. Adding the wood probably wasn't the best for weight management, but it works and it looks good, and I can't wait to fill in some more stuff.
Yeah.
I need to get some more signs and old stuff. I had a bunch of license plates in there too, but the interior was fading, and all of them were basically falling out on the highway. So I put in new stuff. Now I have room to kind of fill it up with some more cool stuff.
Yeah, that's sweet. All right, man. Well, thanks so much for showing us your truck, man.
Like and subscribe.
Where can they find you?
Hit the button. Yeah. If you want to find me and all the dumb stuff that I'm doing, Ugly C10 on Instagram. Hey, we'll see you in the streets. Keep it real.